Hello, Ben.
What's up, Mike?
We're in Miami living a good life.
Yeah, yeah.
And I met you a year ago. I moved to Miami. I joined this jiu-jitsu club called Fight Sports. I've fallen in love with jiu-jitsu over the past 5 years. I have not done it as long as you've done it. And I noticed when I got to the mats that you had some injury of some sort. I hadn't met you, but I saw that everyone in the gym loved you. Everyone was really engaged with you. You had an injury, and I had no idea what happened.
Yeah. So I broke my neck about 3 years ago. Since then I'm a C5, C6 quadriplegic, which means that I'm paralyzed from the biceps down.
And you broke your neck doing jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, it was just like a takedown. I slipped, guy fell on my neck.
And had you ever had a big injury before that?
No, never,
Never.
never.
And it was something that you had done previously.
Bro, it was off a fireman carry. And I used to do how many fireman carries I could do in a minute, and I would do like 50, 60 fireman carries in a minute. So like, it's something that I've done a million times, and I always tell people like, don't worry, like, chances of this happening to you is like nothing. It's like getting struck by lightning, you know what I mean?
Did you know there was a chance?
No,
No.
I had no idea.
It was just a total freak accident.
Yeah.
And when it happened, I imagine it was just, you knew something was really wrong.
Dude, actually, I didn't think it was that serious. I remember like my neck popped and I fell to the floor. And I remember it was serious at the time, but my mindset, since I'm a fighter, I'm used to being injured. I was like, dude, I'll be fine in a month. And like paramedics came, they cut my uniform off, they put me in a stretcher, rushed me to the hospital. When it happened, it actually didn't hurt, cause I had adrenaline and everything.
Yeah.
But once I was like in the ambulance on the way to the hospital, I felt the pain. Every time we like went over a bump, the bone would like jam into the spinal cord.
No way.
That was painful. By the time I got there, I pulled up to the hospital and they're like, "Oh, asking me questions." And I'm like, "Dude, like, just make the pain go away."
Just
you know what
give
I
you
mean?
morphine or something.
And they just put me to sleep and I woke up all fully operated.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you didn't even discuss the procedure before the operation.
I just wanted the pain to go away. I couldn't handle it.
And was somebody there to watch over you and be like, hey,
My mom lived in Paraguay at the time. And I remember first thing I did is I told somebody to call my sister because I was living with her. And then I had them reach out to my dad and I had the paramedic call my mom while I was in the ambulance on the way to the hospital.
oh my gosh, that's scary.
Yeah.
And this was, as you've told me, you're 26 years old. You did it since you were 11 years old. So up until that point, you spend more than half your life in this sport, in this community, your body moving a certain type of way.
Training like 4 to 5 hours a day, you know?
And just fucking obsessed with it.
Yeah, teaching privates.
Wow.
Running the fundamentals program at Fight Sports.
And when you realized that it was no longer, your body was not going to move the same way, what was like your emotions like?
Well, originally it happened, and like I said, I couldn't believe it. Doctors would be like, "You're never gonna walk again," and I was like, "Dude, you have no idea who you're talking to." And then I remember one day, it was like 3 weeks into my injury, and I just wasn't getting better. And I was in bed, like pretty much vegetable for like a week and a half, and then I started kind of moving my arms a little bit, and they graduated me to an electric chair. And I remember I was on the power chair. And I went outside and it was like 3 weeks in. It was the first sunset that I had, seen post injury. I was with my mom and I broke down, dude. I was like, yo, my life's over, you know? I peaked at 23. That was hard, but that's not the case. You know what I mean?
But how long did that last? Like that feeling of
A while, man. Like about a year.
about a year you were
I
depressed.
thought about killing myself. I had a whole plan to do it. I didn't do it because I love myself too much and I just have way too much support, to do something like that. But like, yeah, like it was like, I thought about it.
Just major depression.
Yeah, yes and no, you know, like I was okay when I was doing stuff, but, it's hard because when you have a spinal cord injury, at first everybody's like, "Oh, you're gonna walk again. Oh, your hands are gonna work again. Oh, this, oh, that." And it's just, you go to therapy and you work so hard to do it, but, if your injury is severe enough, no amount of therapy you do can really
No amount of
change
mindset
that.
is going to change.
No things
You
that
can't
change
fight your
that.
way
People
out.
will be like, "Oh, like, look at Joe Dispenza, but like, you know, and I've actually never spoken about this on a podcast.
Yeah.
But I think Joe Dispenza's spinal cord injury probably wasn't that serious. And that's why he says he recovered with his, brain and like, you know, like doing all these exercises. And I mean, I support it and I go to therapy 9 hours a week to this day. And I do what I can, but you know, I don't have the expectation that I'm going to recover. I just show up and do my best.
Right. But it's a little frustrating when other people out there are saying, you can change your mindset and heal your body.
Yeah, that's not the case, you know?
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, I think it's a good seller.
Yeah. It's great marketing, right?
It's powerful.
Yeah.
And I'm sure like there's different degrees of injuries or what have you. So walk me through like, because I think we all in life experience really dark periods, right? Like really depressing. For me, it's been addiction. I've had different moments in my life where I've thought about taking my own life. I've gone through you don't become a drug addict overnight, you know, and I'm in recovery and work with a lot of people, but you know, some people can't pull themselves out mentally of the depression, of the suicidal ideation. Like, do you remember a moment where it like shifted for you, where you thought, I'm not going to think like this anymore?
No. I think my quality of life improved as I developed my independence, because originally I couldn't do anything by myself. And then as I went evolving...
Like literally anything.
Like literally anything. Like even eating. Oh man, grabbing a fork. You have no idea how hard that was. You know what I mean? So I had to get fed, all kinds of things. And as I went kind of like unlocking different things that I can do, like today I have a roommate, but I live by myself. I drive. I do sports. I have a whole other rugby chair that like I take down from my car, transfer into setup so I can go do sports. So, you know, when you start kind of living for yourself and proving to yourself what you're able to do, life becomes a lot better and your self-love just grows because you're proving to yourself what you're capable of.
So the shift for you came when you were able to have more independence with what you could do?
Yeah.
But don't you think some people still get that shift and still get stuck? Do you know what I mean? Like the fact that your life is dramatically changed. Isn't there some level of acceptance or? Yeah.
As long as you fight the reality, it's never going to be easy. You know what I mean? Like if I were to be like, I'm going to walk again. I'm going to walk again. I'm going to walk again. And every day I show up to therapy and I break my heart every single day. I'm never going to be happy with myself because I'm never getting closer to my goals. Right. But like when you set goals that are attainable and you just celebrate your little wins, everything kind of lines up because you have a reason to celebrate. You have a reason to be happy. Right. Like, cooking, dinner for myself. It's a huge accomplishment. I'm stoked every time I successfully cook a meal. I take a picture, I send it to my mom.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
And so it's 3 years out and now you've, I guess, turned your struggle into purpose. And, you know, you've gotten, I know that you talked to me about like you're doing a rugby team. You're trying to raise money. Yeah.
Which actually, there's huge development. So the league has about 50 teams. I think the top 7 or 8, or maybe the top 6 are D1. Then the next 6 to 8 are, I think it's 8, are D2. And then everything else is D3. So the number 1 team in the nation is based out of Tampa. And they have the number 1 team in D1. And they have the number 2 team in D2. And recently they held a camp by 4 Paralympians. 4 Paralympians held the camp and they trained you and gave you strategies to train as if you're trying to get to that Paralympic level. And I took my starting lineup with me up to the camp and they were so impressed and, to the point that they want us to be their D3 team. They have to go through the board. So we'll have confirmation in a few weeks. But I mean, that would be insane because they're literally the best team in the country. You know what I mean?
They are the best team in the country.
They're the number 1 team in the nation, the number 2 team in D2. And now we're going to be D3. First year, I don't know how well we'll do, but with their support, I know we're going to be.
How many guys are on your team, or women, or?
So overall 12, but committed athletes, we have 4. And you have a 4 in order to do like a starting. We have between 4 and 6 committed athletes, but you have 4 players on the court at a time.
Got it. And it's rugby.
Wheelchair rugby. Originally, this sport was called murder ball. But then once
Wasn't there a documentary on that or
yeah,
something?
there is. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I think so. Years ago.
Yeah, it's a good documentary. Originally it was called murder ball. But obviously once it got to like the Paralympics and the higher level, it's tough to get sponsors for murder ball.
For murder ball,
So
yeah.
they rebranded to wheelchair rugby.
And do you find that the people who do wheelchair rugby have a similar mindset to guys who compete in jiu-jitsu?
It's definitely interesting. So there's like classifications in wheelchair rugby. And so depending on how much function you have is what position you play. And it's from 0.5 to 3.5. I'm a 1.5. So I'm like a playmaker. So I'm not really competing against a 2 or a 3. You know what I mean? My direct competition is against the other 1.5s. And
Got
obviously I'm trying to stop the 3s. But like when I go in, like I'm trying to be the best 1.5 that I can be. You know?
So what does a typical day look like for you now?
Typical day is I wake up, I either...
Dude, I hope so.
I wake up, I walk my dog, make some breakfast, shower, get ready. And then I'll go probably like push my wheelchair, my rugby chair. I go to Miami Springs. There's an indoor court. I'll be there for like 2 hours, maybe 3. Get out, have lunch, maybe go to physical therapy for like 3 hours. And then go home, work a little bit. And go to sleep.
Got no work. You're not.
I'm not like full-time employed. I'm a realtor.
Got it.
So, you know, whenever the leads come, I go, and then I have like a couple investment properties here that I dabble with as well.
Got it. What, how about like dating life and stuff?
Dude, it's interesting. It's interesting. I have like my seasons where I try to date more, and then like right now I'm really dialed in because Team USA tryouts is in November, mid-November. So I'm trying to like cut out all distractions and just
Focus.
Kind of like a fight camp, I would say. But yeah, dating's interesting from a wheelchair. Definitely interesting.
How many dates have you had in a wheelchair?
Oh, a lot, like a good amount.
Like online? Do you meet people online?
Yeah. Like I'll be like on Hinge or whatever.
And they know that.
Yeah, of course.
I
My
mean,
pictures of me.
not
in the
like you
chair.
roll in and.
No, that would be crazy. I have like my old pictures.
Could you imagine?
Yeah. It was definitely
Surprise.
It was definitely easier before my injury.
Right.
Just kind of like it was just way easier. You know?
So what are the dates like? Are they also people who are
No, I've never gone on a date with somebody who's disabled.
never?
No, never.
Not your type.
I'm disabled enough, bro. You know what I mean?
You don't
Like,
want another disabled person.
I could if I love the person, but
Okay.
I haven't fallen in love or like been that interested in that way with somebody. Who's
Is it so when you say it's different? Like what is different? Like for you?
Okay, I'll be frank with you. I'll
Yeah.
give it to you as it is. As able-bodied me, I was jacked and sexy, and girls saw me and they were interested. Now I'm really cool, but I'm in a wheelchair. You know, it's a little bit different.
Right.
Yeah, can we pause really quick? Dude, I have to pee. Like, if I don't pee right now, I will pee myself. So, I don't even. I kind of just want to like turn around and calf here.
Yeah, you
Is
can.
that okay? Because I just.
Do you need a bag?
I have everything.
Oh, cool.
I need a trash can after when I'm finished.
Okay. All right. Well,
Let's
we were talking about dating, and then you had to pee,
Yeah. We're back.
which basically, I mean, it's kind of great. You can pee wherever you want when you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just turned around and did it. We're good to go. But so when you do you hope one day to like? I'm just curious about the dating life. Like, I can't say I'm the best dater in the world, right? Like, I've met people online and stuff. And it's always interesting because people come with like these different ideas or intentions or
Yeah.
strangers. And so like, do you find that the type of woman is different that you're meeting now or pretty similar?
I definitely find that. I mean, just statistically speaking, girls in like their 30s are more down with the chair than girls in their 20s.
Got it.
But I mean, yeah. Before I found that, like, before I found that girls like they saw like a hot athletic guy and like they just wanted to, you know.
Yeah.
And now I find that like if a girl is taking time out of her day to like hang out with me, like they're more interested in like learning about me and like it's a little bit more wholesome, one might say. But finding somebody who's interested in somebody in a chair is also like less common. So it's like a give and take, you know?
Yeah. What, did you go to therapy in the last 3 years or previously any mental health therapy?
When I was inpatient at the hospital, they had a therapist, but I always thought it was a little annoying. Like I was never like,
into talk therapy or?
no, yeah. I mean, when my parents went through their divorce, we went through a little bit of therapy as well, but it's not necessarily for me. I've been to family therapy with my mom and like my siblings, but um, nah, I'm not like the biggest into therapy personally.
Yeah. What do you use to kind of train your mind?
Just work on myself. I don't know, I just work on myself, honestly, dude. Just like, I have conversations with myself. I'm always into like personal development stuff, so I do a lot of research on the personal development side. Um, I'm trying to get a sports psychologist,
Mm.
just because I want to dial in the psychology of like performing well. Especially as I'm going up into like this Team USA
I
tryout.
know a really good one.
Yeah.
Really good.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah,
take you up
she's
on
a
that.
savage.
Okay, cool.
She's based out of Poland and Germany, and she does a few of my friends who are fighters. She does like my buddy Jared Gordon, and she's involved with the board I'm on, and she's great. I'll introduce you,
Yeah.
Daria.
I would love that.
Yeah, she's fucking awesome. Like if I was like an athlete and I'm an athlete, but I'm not.
Trying to be the best in the world.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
trying to be the best in the world. Like I was talking to you, you compete all the time. I'll do like a few competitions here and there. I have to like mentally prepare.
Yeah.
So, I get so much anxiety and everything else. I find like if I compete, whenever I want to be the best I can be when I do something, and whenever you want to be the best at what you want to be, you have to give up and make sacrifices in other areas.
Yeah.
And so, I find sometimes the sacrifices that I have to make,
Just aren't worth it, maybe.
I run a company that
Of course.
clients, like I have to prioritize these things ahead of my, lasso guard,
Yeah. Yeah.
defense.
But I also, you ask me what I do for like mental health.
Yeah.
I think like going out and just like exhausting your body is so good for your mental health. Just like when your mind's like, yo, stop, and you just like, nah, I gotta do this for me, and you keep pushing, you keep going. It goes back to what I said earlier about like loving yourself, like,
Mm-hmm.
because you're making sacrifices for yourself. And I think that helps me like tremendously with my mental health.
Is pushing it. Yeah, it's interesting. You have people who have full body working legs, arms, core, and they're not pushing their bodies and getting that release.
Yeah, and they'll never know what they're capable of.
What do you think is a big misconception that people have had about you or since your injury? Or what don't you like? Like what bothers you? Like if someone comes up to you,
I don't like when, and depending on the person, because when certain people do it, they do it in a way that makes it okay. But I think it's a little annoying when people are like, oh, like, can I pray for you? Like, oh, poor guy. And it's just like, sure, bro, but like, don't pray that I'm gonna walk again. Like, my life is good. You know what I mean? Like my life is good, bro. You know what I mean?
like, what are they going to pray for? So
They like see me, and it's like sometimes I feel like some people feel like extreme pity. Like the other day, I was having a late lunch, and I had to go, so I just was gonna get something in the street, and I pulled into like this Cuban restaurant, and I go and I sit, and the waiter, super cool dude, super nice, but he was like, oh, like, why are you here by yourself? And I'm just like, oh, cause like I'm on the go, like.
yeah.
And he's like, oh, is everything okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. He's like, can I do anything for you? I'm like, dude, like, I'm okay, thank you.
You're like,
And
give
then-
me the fucking Cuban chicken with
Yeah.
black beans and rice.
Exactly. And then at the end, I finish my meal, and like, I'm about to get the check, and he's like, hey man, like, is it okay if I pray for you? And it's just like, bro, like,
And what-
are you praying for your other customers?
Yeah, but I don't even understand asking permission. It's almost like virtue signaling because why do you have to, if you want to pray for someone, you can pray for someone. Why do you have to announce it?
Yeah.
Like,
Or like they want to pray with me. So they want me to like sit there and like listen to the things that they're saying. And dude,
have you ever done it?
yeah, I do it. I told the guy, I was like, yeah, sure, go ahead,
So you
bro.
guys prayed together.
Well, he prayed. I was just like, okay, bro, but like, look,
What do you pray about?
well, I told him what to pray. I was like, don't pray that I'm gonna walk, bro. Pray for abundance. Pray for like health,
Ah.
And so he was like, okay, fine. And like,
You redirected him.
yeah,
So one thing that people do is if they have pity for you, you can feel it.
yeah, and I'm not the biggest fan of that.
You just want to be
I'm normal, bro. Just my body works a little differently,
right.
but I'm normal. I'm just like you,
Yeah.
I'm a hardworking guy. who loves himself, and I'll get what I work towards. Um, but at the end of the day, I'm a regular person, you know. I have my vices, I have my good things, I have my bad things,
Hmm.
just like anybody else.
Yeah. Is there is there any moments in the last like few years where you felt like, aha, this is totally my purpose?
Um, Honestly, bro, with wheelchair rugby, I feel that a little bit because so the first tournament that I ever went to go compete at, it was in Ohio. And I go and I pull up, and it just coincidentally, the coach of the U.S. national team is coaching the team that I'm playing against first.
Mm.
And he watches me play, and I'm in the wrong chair. I'm doing everything wrong. It's my first tournament. And he comes up to me after, and he goes, "Hey, man, like, let's set up a call. You're interesting." And we set up a call, and we go, and he invites me to go to the USA Talent ID camp. And it was in the where they have the Team USA tryouts, and they have like dorms for athletes. Everything's fully accessible.
Wow.
They provide all the meals for you, everything. Really nice spot. And it was a talent ID camp of all like the up and coming guys. And I think it was maybe 12 of us. And of those 12, they chose 2 of us to go to Team USA tryouts. And I was one of the chosen. And then, it was, I think 4 or 5 days of 2 sessions, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. Super intense sessions. And bro, I'm a year and a half into playing, into starting to play. Like, I don't even fully understand the rules. I'm in a borrowed chair so that I can be in the right chair. And I pull up and I make it past day 1. Guys that, in my opinion, were some of the best athletes in the United States, they got cut. I didn't. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. All right. I make it past day 2. I'm in day 3. In day 3, they chose 20 guys to be on the national team. I was 21. So, for me, I'm like, what the hell? How did I make it this far? Why are, like, what do they see that makes me different? There's guys that are better than me, in my opinion, especially at the time that were getting cut, and I wasn't. So that really lit a fire in me. Like, maybe this is my purpose. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm so dialed in on wheelchair rugby right now. I'm just obsessed, trying to be my best version, you know?
And so what is the charity that you have now?
So I have Push On Foundation.
Right.
And to give you some perspective, when I broke my neck, dude, the way that the jiu-jitsu community, but just like everybody in general that I have ever had any sort of experience with, gathered around and supported and donated money to me and all kinds of things, it was like, I have to find a way to give back. Because if I don't, I'm just selfish. You know what I mean? And so I invested a little bit of money into opening up a nonprofit.
Yeah.
And the idea is to help disabled people like do sports in some kind of way. So originally we have like, we partner with a local run club. So people in wheelchairs can go and push their chairs alongside able-bodied runners. We have hosted para-jiu-jitsu events with over 150 people there, where it's like a big open mat, but like for disabled people and able-bodied people come too. And we had burgers there and sponsors, and it was super badass. Now we were kind of shifting over to focus on the wheelchair rugby, trying to start a team here in South Florida, but with everything going on that we might join Tampa, that's a better opportunity for us. So we might redirect, push on again, back over to, para jiu-jitsu. But that's where it comes from. It stems from just wanting to give back.
Got it. And just stay connected and plugged in. It sounds like being a part of a team is what helps you feel alive, and being a part of a community of people, right?
Community, bro. I learned so much from, the people around me, my mentors, my friends, my peers. There's a lot to learn. Just whether it be like Cyborgs helped me a lot with like my mentality, my mindset, and just like choosing to be great.
What does he say?
There's a point in my life that like I'll never forget. It was a tournament called Substars. You ever heard of Substars?
Submission stars.
Substars, but yeah.
Okay.
Submission stars.
Yeah.
And they held an event here in Miami. And there was this kid, Sebastian Serpa. He actually just won black belt adult open weight in Jiu-Jitsu Con, but he's like small. He's a lightweight, or maybe even feather. I don't even know. I was a little bit bigger. I was a lightweight, but I was a little bit bigger than him at the time. And I remember I was gonna fight him, and I had seen this kid fighting since I was a little kid because we like came up the ranks together. We never fought because we were different weight classes, but I knew he was really good. And I remember I was backstage and like Paulo Miao was warming up next to me, and I'm freaking out, super nervous when I was like earlier on in my competition career. And I remember I go in the back and I was like, who's someone I want to be like right now? Cyborg. And I put on my headphones and I look up this this interview kind of thing that he has with Ryan Smith Films. I think it's called Becoming Cyborg. And in the end, somewhere in there, he goes, "I choose to be great. It wasn't given to me." And then he goes on, and then he asks, "I chose to be Cyborg. Who do you choose to be?" And like at that moment, it clicked for me. I choose to be Ben. And I went out there and I had a crazy fight with Sebastian and I won. But that's like a moment in my life that is forever like carved in me because, you know, like who am I? I'm Ben and I choose to be Ben.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost, I think that, you know, we're all dealt different circumstances and it's how we choose to show up in them, you know, and, you know, I've worked with a lot of people with a lot of resources, have good health, have a lot of money. But they choose to be stuck.
And they choose it.
Yeah. They choose it.
They choose it. It's not like, bro, you're choosing to be where you are. Cause all it takes is a mindset shift.
Yeah.
If you're having a bad day, you just stop and you're thankful that you have a home. It's like
yeah.
All of a sudden, like, whoa, wow, like lots of people don't have this comfort. Who lives in a place like this?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I left Los Angeles. I came here. I had a place in Bell Harbor, but was not the right vibe. And then when I moved in here, I was like, well, I'm in Miami.
Yeah.
Like, wow, I did all this. I built this life myself. I worked my ass off. I have this great view. I get to live in this great area. I can walk to everything. You have something
to celebrate, right?
Yeah, for sure. Every time I walk in, I think that.
Exactly.
And it's just, I used to think, I wasn't like a huge view guy before. I used to kind of think, oh, people get views so that when people enter their homes, you know, it's like a showpiece. It's like ego.
Yeah.
But now I've realized since being here and watching the sun go down, just like how beautiful it is to just be in this peaceful, amazing area. And, you know, like I find that, I find your story inspiring because I told you before we recorded, I almost was thinking you have like radical acceptance. And until you radically accept that person, place, or thing inside of yourself that you can't change, until you accept it, you can't grow.
Yeah, that's it.
Just, you have to accept it. And like when you said you had to accept reality and you had to stop fighting it. And you could have, if you live in this mentality of, I'm going to walk again and run, then almost every day you're suffering.
For no reason.
For no reason.
For no reason.
Instead of just accepting what is, still being the best you can be, still being as athletic as you possibly could be, but to stop fighting. And I find that it's inspiring because acceptance is one of those things that we sometimes struggle to know, like, are we supposed to accept this or are we supposed to fight? Like, I've always thought when I've watched these videos online of someone saying you disrespected me and they fought, kind of like a road rage driver.
Uh-huh.
It's like, who cares? What is this disrespect? It's not, you don't need to fight it.
No,
just accept the guy's a turd.
And honestly, like if somebody's disrespecting you, it's probably their problem.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Like the way that you're behaving is a reflection of who you are, not who I am.
Right.
My intentions are pure.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to mess you up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I just, that's part of the reason I wanted to have a conversation with you and with other people that I'm going to have on the podcast, because it's a reminder for me to accept my life exactly what it is. You know, like acceptance really is the answer to so many of my problems. It's a person, place, or thing that I'm unwilling to accept that's causing me to be frustrated or annoyed or depressed.
Yeah.
And I live an extraordinary life by my own terms. But I can have all the money in the world and I can look a certain type of way. But if I can't accept reality as it is, I don't think I can ever be at peace.
No, you can't. And you gotta, along with acceptance is self-love.
Mm-hmm.
Loving yourself.
So what do you do? Do you do mantras for yourself or?
Sometimes, but not too often.
Yeah.
No, I just try to be my best, bro. Like, in the mornings, I like to, get a good night's sleep. Why? So then I can wake up in the morning and like attack the day.
Mm-hmm.
By the time the end of the day comes around, I'm like exhausted from everything I've done. And I'm happy with myself, and then I go to sleep, and I wake up the next day ready to attack again.
One thing I find now in my life is, so the last podcast episode was my assistant who's now in prison, which sucks because I love the guy, but I need to find a new person that like I help. Like I love providing unexpected joy to somebody else's life. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's free. I mean, it may cost me a little bit of money if I want to help them get out of a certain spot, but I feel like it literally fulfills me more than almost anything in life is when I find somebody who is either an outcast or on the down and out, but is like a good person. It's kind of a risk, right? It's a gamble.
Yeah,
you never really
sometimes
know.
you get somebody that's a bad person.
Sometimes you get sued or screwed over. I remember a few people that I helped at our treatment center in Los Angeles, I used to give away free treatment. And I remember one time we gave a scholarship to someone who then tried to sue me.
For what?
Just made up a lot, tried to get money basically. In
That's
California, there's ways to make money.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, well, I'm not going to use my businesses anymore to do these free programs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like on the lookout. So right now I'm on the lookout. I'm going to Brazil on Wednesday. Maybe there's like a situation there, but that for me has been like the greatest fucking high for me is trying to create unexpected joy to somebody else's life. It's been really fulfilling. I can't monetize it. I'm not looking for anything out of it. It's just, I've realized how good it feels to go out of my way to provide for someone else a better life in some fashion, even small details.
Yeah.
And I guess talking to you in whatever way is like reigniting that part inside of me that to focus on what's important. So if people want to get involved with the charity that you're doing, is that the best way to get involved with like what you're doing?
Yeah. I mean, if you guys want to reach out to Push On Foundation, we host events all the time.
Push On Foundation.
Push On Foundation.
And then do you do them in California all over, or is it just primarily?
I've mainly done them here in Miami, just because there's a lot of people in Miami that are disabled.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we had the funding to like go do it in California or Atlanta, I know there's a big disabled community in all the major cities.
So it's kind of hard. It's tricky, right? Getting people to get passionate about like a niche that they've not experienced themselves unless it's a family member, right? It's hard to get people to feel the heart in it the same way you guys feel the heart in it unless they're personally affected.
Well, yeah, they haven't been personally affected. Like it's like when you hear about like the crazy things that are happening overseas with war and stuff, and it's like it sucks, it hits your ethos, but like you're not being affected by it directly.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't like personally see, you don't have family members over there. So it's something like, oh, like that's crazy. And then like you get distracted and you move on.
Do you know if the people who have disabilities, like, I know you're a part of the group of people that are really passionate in doing rugby, and
there's a lot of like,
the majority though aren't.
I actually have like a slang nickname that I made up for people like that, and they're called boomies.
Boomy.
Like, boo me, oh, I'm disabled, oh my gosh, my life sucks. And it's like, dude, shut up. Yes, I am blessed. And I am in the circumstance where I'm able to have that stance. And there's other people who have it way worse than me. But like you said, bro, radical acceptance. Like, boom me is only gonna take you so far. You're just gonna get more and more depressed. You're focusing on the negative.
Yeah.
Maybe try focusing on something positive. You know what I mean? Maybe like if you don't have friends, maybe it's because of your attitude, not necessarily because of your disability.
Yeah, I don't think anyone I think you're right. Like, I think it's easy. It's so interesting because I work with people who I'll work with like an older woman who will think like she's too old to make friends or to get a guy or to, you know, it's like everyone has their thing, and it's almost like you got to erase that thing in order to just feel more free, you know? All right. Well, thanks, Ben. I'll have to come to one of your rugby games.
We'll have to put you in a rugby chair.
Oh my God. I'd be
make
such
make
a
you push
mess.
around a little bit. We have extra chairs.
Do you?
Yeah. Actually, one of the things we plan on doing for the rugby team is hosting like a pay to play, where people come and they can just donate whatever they're able to, and then they hop in a chair and they do a game against like the rugby players, so they can
I
actually
bet
feel
it's such a hardcore workout
It's
on the
intense,
arms.
bro. Everybody that goes, their shoulders are shot. But it's interesting because like after like 10 minutes of playing more or less, they're exhausted, but they start understanding the rules, so they get better, and it's
Better
fun.
technique.
Better technique,
Not pushing.
positioning. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you, Ben, and thank you for watching. Make sure you click to subscribe to continue to hear more podcasts about Always Evolving. Till next time, keep it magical.
Stay evolving.
Stay evolving.